Hey everyone, it's Greenwood with another tutorial video. Today's video is going to take a look at multiplying polynomials, and I've got three hints there for you that I'll kind of refer to as we go through the process, so you can read those and follow along. So this is sort of like double distribution, like we talked about before. So I'm going to take the b times all three things. So I'll go through the first example here. I'm going to use a lot of color like I like to do a lot to help you out. And then I'll leave you a second to pause, try the second example, and then I'll go through the solution. Okay, so the first hint is remember to add the exponents when multiplying. So this is b to the first times b to the second. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So I get b to the third power. My second one, b times negative 3b, is going to be negative 3b times b is b squared. And then b times negative 8 is just negative 8b. Okay, here's going to introduce a new strategy for you, and that's called stacking. So I'm going to stack by exponent, and that'll help make our process of combining a lot simpler. So now I'm on to doing my blue ones on the bottom. So 6 times, I just went too far, 6 times b squared is 6b squared. So I'm going to put the 6b squared here and just line up vertically by exponent. So b cubes, b squareds, b's, constants. If I had b to the fourth, I'd put them out here. Just go by highest exponent to smallest exponent. It's kind of that last kind of hint. 6 times negative 3b is negative 18b. And then 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. Okay. So there's my first problem. Let's go through and combine. So the stacking just means we're going to take the coefficients and add them. So I just have a b to the third power. So I'm going to use purple for my answer. So I just have a b to the third power. Here I've got negative 3 plus 6. Since these are both b squareds, when I add, the exponents stay the same. When I multiply, that's when my exponents get added together. Okay, so remember that definition. So negative 3 plus 6 is just positive 3b squared. Negative 8 minus 18, that's a negative making it more negative, so it's going to be negative, I believe, 26b, and then nothing to combine the 48 with, so minus 48. So if you combine these things by stacking them, that can simplify your life a little bit. So go ahead and pause the video, take a try on the second one, which is a 3 by 3, and then I'll go over it with you. Okay, so hopefully that went well. We'll go through and do this again. So we're going to take the red ones, so 4p squared times each term. Then I'll use the blue to go, that doesn't look like it's going to the right place. There we go, that's better. The negative 8p, and then I'll use green to do the 8. So I'm really going to utilize the stacking method here. So 4p squared times 6p squared. So multiply the coefficients, 4 times 6, that's 24. P squared times p squared. Remember, if I multiply, I'm going to add the exponents. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 24p to the fourth power. 4p squared times negative 2p. Well, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. P squared times p, that's 2 plus 1 for my exponent there is 3. So 8p to the third. 4p squared times negative 8. 4 times negative 8, that's negative 32. P squared, so the red one's done. Now let's look at the blue. So negative 8p times 6p, negative 8 times positive 6 is going to be negative 48p to the third power. So since that's p to the third, I'm going to line it up right here under my p to the third power to utilize that stacking strategy here to keep us organized. And we'll just rewrite that because it didn't come out very legible. Negative 48p third power, that's better. Negative 8p times negative 2p. Negative times negative will be positive 16. And p times p I know is p squared, so it's going to line up right here. And then negative 8p times negative 8, so this last blue combination. Negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 64. There's one p variable along for the ride. And I'm going to have to just slide this up a little bit so you can see the rest of this problem. 8 times 6p squared, that's going to be into the p squared column, so I get 6 times 8, 48p squared, and that's a positive 48, so I'm going to put a plus there. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. P looks like it's blended in there. And 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. Whew. That is a lot of terms to put together. So let's just do our stacking strategy now to add, going from highest exponent to lowest exponent and combine our like terms. So we just have a 24p to the fourth. And we have negative 8 minus 48. That's going to be negative, move this up just a little bit there so it's easier to write. Again, negative 56p to the third. Remember, we're not adding the exponents when we add. We only add the exponents when we multiply. So negative 32 plus 16 plus 48. Negative 32 plus 16, that's negative 16. Plus 48, I think, is going to give me negative 32p squared. 64 minus 16, that's 48p. And then minus 64. Let's rewrite that 6. It doesn't look like a good 6. There we go. And so that is our solution. Okay. Hope that helped you out and made sense of that. Remember those 3 tips. So we want to make sure we add the exponents when we multiply, but not when we add or subtract. Remember, we can stack them, so line them up vertically by exponent. So p to the fourth, p to the third, p squared, and so on. And then doing that from highest exponent to smallest exponent will keep us nice and organized. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.